Good afternoon, everybody. What's going on? Today's review has now brought us here for an extremely special and highly exclusive up-close and personal encounter with the limited production 2011 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 Carbon Limited Edition. Our review today has now brought us here to Classic Chevrolet, the nation's #1 volume Chevrolet dealer, which of course is located here in the heart of Grapevine, Texas. And now, with all of that being said, this is going to be a complete and in-depth review of the Carbon Limited, and this does entail a complete startup and overview of the engine, as well as a good look at many of the unique and notable styling cues and multiple high performance and lightweight aspects that make up both the exterior and interior. And so, bearing all this new information in mind, let's go ahead and climb aboard and we'll check it out. The exterior of the Carbon Limited Z06 was available in only 2 signature colors, with choice of either the supersonic blue metallic exterior, which is sort of an anodized navy blue color, or this much more rarefied Inferno orange metallic that you see here. Now, all Corvettes, regardless of their trim, do come with their own signature keyless entry fob, which does allow remote free unlocking of the vehicle as well as a standard push button ignition. Gaining entry is as simple as having the key fob anywhere in your possession, a prime example being in my pocket, and then by simply reaching your hand inside this small indentation and locating the small touchpad on the back of the door, having at least 3 fingers contact, simply give it a pull, and that automatically unlocks the vehicle without ever having to use the unlock button. The interior of the Carbon Limited Z06 has also been given its own signature lightweight touch, dressed in full ebony leather with multiple suede accents and an extensive use of Inferno orange color coordinated stitching. All Z06 Corvettes come standard with a 6-speed manual transmission, and as such, to start this vehicle, all you have to do is to press the clutch, making sure the vehicle is still in neutral and your e-brake is in the upright position, and make sure that the key fob is still within the vehicle. And upon depressing the clutch, you'll notice that the upper portion of the engine start button is now illuminated to green, and upon seeing that, simply hit the button to start the engine. Also, upon startup of the vehicle, you will notice the standard heads-up display that appears at the top of the dashboard. Absolutely beautiful sounding motor. It comes with a standard suede and leather trimmed 3-spoke steering wheel, extremely tight power assisted steering, very much a point and shoot steering system because no matter where you turn the wheel, if you just leave it, it stays in the exact same spot that you turn the wheel to. Very much reminiscent of the older Corvettes, but the fact that this vehicle does have the wider front and rear tires. As I said, all Z06 Corvettes come standard with a 6-speed manual transmission, very close gear ratios, all the way over to the right and up is reverse, and also the shifter knob and shifter boot, and also the emergency brake handle and its boot have also been given the ebony black suede and Inferno orange stitch treatment. Also, as a signature styling cue of all Corvettes with a manual transmission, the numbers on the top portion of the gear shifter have been canted more towards the driver for easier visibility. Only the driver's side window is automatic in the down direction. Underneath the signature forward hinged hood of the Z06, we find a monstrous 7-liter LS7 V8 using an overhead valve design with 16 valves instead of the original 32 as in a dual overhead cam setup. Even so, this engine still produces a monster 505 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Combine that with this car's multiple carbon fiber body panel replacements and lighter weight nature, the Carbon Limited Z06 is now capable of 0 to 60 miles an hour in a respectable 3.7 seconds at a top speed of 201 miles an hour. Even so, it's quite fuel efficient, scoring an average EPA estimate of 15 miles per gallon city and 24 miles per gallon highway on premium unleaded gas only. Also, as you look underneath the signature forward hinged hood, you can see remnants of its carbon fiber construction, as the hood is one of the major carbon fiber body panel replacements on this vehicle. And now let's see about a good taste of that monster 7-liter V8 and see what kind of soundtrack she produces. Also, one quick note, this vehicle does also have the bi-mode exhaust. You hear the center exhaust flaps open up around 4,000 RPM. It's an absolutely brutal sounding V8, especially with the bi-mode exhaust. And with all of that in mind, let's go ahead and turn on the headlights. You do have the option of them being automatic, as well as turn on the fog lights and the hazard lights as usual. And now let's take this opportunity to explore the exterior of the Carbon Limited Z06. This Corvette comes standard with heavily black bezeled xenon projector beam headlights, gloss black painted ZR1 carbon fiber front lip spoiler, one way you can also tell this Z06 apart from standard C6s is its fully functional air intake integrated into the front fascia. This Carbon Limited Z06 rides on a signature set of gloss black painted ZR1 style wheels, measuring 19 by 9 inches in the front and a monster 20 by 12 inches in the rear. To put that in plain English, that means the rear tires of this vehicle are literally a foot wide. Underneath the wheels we can see the drilled carbon ceramic brakes with 6-piston Corvette Brembo brake calipers up front and 4-piston calipers in the rear. As I mentioned earlier, this vehicle has been lightened significantly with the multiple uses of carbon fiber body panel replacements. Most of these replacements, as you saw earlier, include the hood, both front fenders, portions of the roof, and rear fascias as well. Gloss black painted exterior mirrors. Now, many of you in the beginning of the video may have been questioning what's with this race car-like sticker here on the door. Well, as a matter of fact, this sticker is actually a dealer or owner installed option, as all Carbon Limiteds do not come standard with this sticker here on the door. But it's also representing what the Carbon Limited was built for in the beginning. With an original production order of 500 units to celebrate Corvette's 50th anniversary of its first ever win at the famous 24 Hours of Le Mans. Also, you can see gloss black painted carbon fiber rocker panels, and also the fully functional brake cooling apertures here in the rear, and also the larger one near the front. Now, as I did just say, there were only supposed to be 500 units of this vehicle ever produced. However, with the order forms not coming in as quickly as Chevrolet wanted, only about 375 of these Corvettes were ever produced, making this one truly rare Corvette, and also a certain collector's item for all owners. We've also got the color-coordinated ZR1 style spoiler, And also, as I mentioned before, inside these quad exhaust tips, inside the center mounted pipes here, you have two flaps that will automatically close when the vehicle's at idle like it is now. But when you open the throttle a little bit to around 4,000 RPM, the flaps will actually open up and allow the exhaust to breathe easier and make it sound a little bit meaner. As an added bonus, there is a dealer available option that most dealers nickname the mild to wild switch. And it's basically a switch that can be installed inside the Corvette that has the bi-mode exhaust. They can basically leave the flaps open all the time or leave them closed no matter what the revs. It's got full heated rear defrosting glass. Although this roof may look like a Targa roof, it's actually one solid piece, making this a hardtop coupe. It's an absolutely gorgeous looking Corvette. Certainly one you will not find very often anymore, especially with such limited numbers being made. As I stated, this is really a true collector's item for those of you who own one. And now that we've had a good look at the exterior of the Carbon Limited, let's go ahead and take a better look at the changes that have been made to the interior. As I said, the interior is dressed in full ebony leather with heavy accents of suede and color-coordinated Inferno orange stitching. Carbon Edition embossed headrests. And also Carbon Limited Edition Z06 side sill plates. This review unit has also been upgraded with both the navigation package, which does include the premium 9-speaker Bose audio system, and also, as you can see here on the door, it does come with plenty of powered amenities, including power door locks, 2-person memory driver seating, power mirrors, and also power windows, with an automatic down direction driver's side window. Also, a signature key feature of the Corvette is its signature door handle, or door popper if you will. It's basically a button that will release the door from the interior of the vehicle. And if for some reason the Corvette seems to lose power, there is an emergency release located just inside the footwell of each side of the vehicle. This 2011 Z06 is actually a little bit different than the 2012 model, being that for 2012 all Corvettes went under a few minor changes as far as interior construction and use of materials goes. Now here in the center stack, one of the things that pops out, at least to my eyes immediately, is this sort of imitation carbon fiber style material here. It's not real carbon fiber, as I just mentioned, but it does add a little bit more of a high performance feel to the interior of this vehicle. Centrally mounted low cup holders. Here's your window sticker and your introduction book to the 2011 Corvette. Nice and padded, also wrapped in the suede and Inferno orange stitching. Now, as I did mention, our vehicle today does have the optional navigation package, which includes a voice-activated navigation system with full XM satellite radio subscription for 1 year. Also, speaking of subscriptions, you also have a 1-year subscription to OnStar with the emergency buttons located up here on the mirror, and also your powered compass as well. And you also have the ability to turn that off via the power button. Now, going back to our navigation, the first thing that also strikes you is that there is no exterior CD player, when in fact, if you press the eject button, It automatically opens to reveal your navigation DVD slot and also your multi-stack CD player. Things like your voice-activated nav, different radio sources.
Notebook open Friday with 5 acres of fine furniture, handmade mattress.
Was in the 3rd grade, he wanted to drive a tow truck.
You said you'd never tell.
I said I'd never tell anyone you wanted to drive an ice cream truck.
Just like I said I'd never tell anyone you rode a...
It comes with AM and FM radio. Also, as I said, XM satellite radio subscription for a year.
And gives all these kids a
was the case at Kenny Chesney's estate.
All around, a very beautiful sounding stereo system, especially with the Bose premium speakers. As you can see, we currently do not have the map DVD inserted, but it does come with the navigation option.
800.
Also your different selections and such. Anyways, we keep turning the radio on for some reason, just trying to go back to the main screen here. But just below that, you also have your dual zone computerized climate control system. Both of these knobs here are your temperature controls, and they can be controlled independently or simultaneously, or in plain English, at the same time, or by itself. You've also got your fan controls located here in the center, maximum air conditioning and air recycling, automatic air conditioning, front and rear defroster, and your different climate zones. And also you've got 2-stage heated seats for both the driver and passenger. Has different colored icons to let you know what stage it's at. And to turn it off, power button down below. All around a wonderfully constructed Corvette. The use of materials and everything to make this car light and heighten its performance is absolutely incredible. It was said by Chevrolet that this Z06 is essentially ZR1 performance for 3/4 of the price tag. And well, they're right. So viewers, with all that in mind, let's go ahead and turn off the engine. Just hold the button until the engine shuts down. And let's go ahead and take this opportunity to check out the rest of the features of the Carbon Limited. Got your remote trunk release. And for a 2-door sports car, the trunk is actually quite sizable. You can fit quite a lot of suitcases or whatever your needs may be here in the back. Also, the seats do fold down, as you'll notice the 2 triggers on the top headrests of each seat. All your different Carbon Limited accessories, including your brake caliper covers for storage, also your license plate bracket. Also, your battery is actually located here in the rear, and also different storage space compartments. Both the driver and passenger seats are power adjustable with manual height adjustment. As high powered as this Corvette is, most drivers will also be concerned about safety. And as far as airbags go, you have side cushion mounted airbags as well as dual frontal impact airbags as well. Let's go ahead and take a quick seat in the passenger side. As you can see, plenty of room for my legs, plenty of room to stretch out, and an easily accessible glove box. Also, it can be locked using the accessible key blade in the bottom of the signature keyless entry fob. And to watch how the seats fold down, you simply lift up on the trigger, seat folds forward. Of course, there's no storage behind it, but it does allow for easier access to things in your rear compartment that you can't necessarily reach by just turning around. All in all, an absolutely wonderful and certainly a rare addition to the Corvette family. Beautiful. So viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this highly exclusive look at the limited production 2011 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 Carbon Limited. If you wish to purchase this vehicle from Classic Chevrolet, please feel free to contact them at ClassicChevyTexas.com, and remember, you will be owning a piece of Corvette history. As I said earlier, there will only be about 375 of these cars ever produced. So viewers, with that in mind, I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and please have a great day.